Utah State 16-0 when they lead at the break. And of course, Texas State just 3-18 when they trail at half.
See right now, Texas State's coming out. They're putting an on-ball defender, trying to pressure Marcel and not allow them to get into any type of offensive set.
Jean inside, able to draw the foul underneath, and Marvin Jean will go to the free throw line.
Well, they start off the second half doing what they did in the first half, assisting the basketball. Now, the assist's not going to count for Marcel, but he got his guy to the foul line. That was a tremendous pass through the zone. Marvin Jean did a great job cutting to that short corner, finding the open spot in the zone. And Marcel found him. That's a great pass and a good little play. He capitalized at the free throw line. It looks better.
Jean, 2 of 6 shooting in that first half, 1 of 4 from downtown, 2 of 2 at the line, makes good here. He now already has 9 points.
How about the balanced scoring effect? You look down that Clifford with 5 and Jean now with 9, 8 for Butterfield, 6 for Shaw. Everybody that played, but Tanil Rowland scored.
Butterfield almost got his hands on one.
Right through the wickets.
Hawkins outside. Yet to make a 3, Texas State. A whistle and a foul will be on the Bobcats.
I think it was number 3 come up over the back of Shaw. Boy, that was a rebound that had some athletes going after it high above the rim. Cannon on the rebound side.
Talked about Texas State had 3 players foul out last Saturday against Idaho. And another quick foul by Cannon. Back-to-back fouls. 3 team fouls as Clifford inbounds.
Cannon had 0 fouls in the first half, and in the first less than a minute here, he's picked up 2 quick ones.
Well, that's the crazy thing. He fouled out with not much time. Here's Butterfield speaking against Idaho. They had a couple guys. Corey Stern fouled out like 12 minutes.
Yeah, just quick pickups. You see, they started with Shaw here in the second half.
Davis, 3-pointer. Clifford, second chance. Utah State, one of the numbers that you talked about. Big on second chance points.
And offensive rebounds. You can see Will Cannon's drawn the challenge of guarding Butterfield, and he's chasing him all over the place, trying to be physical with him, and that's where he picked up those fouls. And boy, Cannon's trying to do his best to body him up.
There's a paper airplane still on the floor here, just above the 3-point line. Battle for it as Texas State controls. Official picks it up, Staff. There's Cannon down the lane against Butterfield, able to draw the foul. And now Cannon will head to the free throw line.
So you take a look at how well Utah State's been blocking the basketball. Defensively, 17% shooting because of shot blockers. Stone gets one. Clifford gets one. Here comes Clifford, another one on the athletic Joel Wright. How about Marvin Jean with the send it home? Boy, pushing him right down. Tough.
Aggies average only 3 blocks a game. That's 4th in the conference. Tonight they already have 5. Early stages, second half. Block party here in the Spectrum. One more from Cannon, and he comes up short.
Who's there to rebound it? Butterfield. He's going to go for 20 boards.
He's got 13. All this with a bum hit. Aggravated it against Louisiana Tech last Thursday. And was that contacted? Deflected. Officials unsure. Nobody saw it, and they're going to give it to Bobcats.
Official on the far side, he didn't know that the other two were trying to get his attention. He's over there getting talked to by the Utah State coaching staff.
Nobody saw it.
I didn't think it was contact. I thought it was the right call from where I could see.
There's some major contact, and the ball went sailing out of bounds. Texas State with possession.
Other than that first offensive possession, Utah State hasn't been real crisp in the last 2. Kind of dribbled deep into the zone and turned it over.
Hawkins, nice drive inside to right, but he misses. Yeah, they just cannot find the bottom of the net tonight. Speaking of the Bobcats, shooting 16%. Shaw,
second leading scorer in the WAC, has only got 2 points in the game, and you can tell he's playing frustrated.
Shaw now with 8. Wright steps outside, misses another 3. Shaw another rebound. Quickly to Jean. 3 Bobcats back defensively. And they're going to get the charge on Jean.
Hawkins, he was in position defensively. I couldn't tell if he was sliding his feet, but he did a great job of sprinting to a spot. He's kind of guarded, kind of sprints to a spot, gets those feet set as fast as he could because he knew Jean was on a 1-on-3 break. Jean's only option is to pull it out or drive. If he drives, you take that charge. It's a heads-up play coming from the point guard for Texas State.
Staff. Boy, he continues to be off. Davis. Bringing it up for the Aggies. 4th in assisted turnover ratio in the WAC. Hits on the 3. Marcel Davis, the freshman.
It's not the prettiest shot. He kind of jumps forward and jumps into it, but he makes big ones when he needs to. It's a nice little pick and roll. He's wide open.
Second made 3 tonight for Marcel. Texas State trying to answer. I think that's the first 3-pointer they've hit tonight. Now 1 of 10 from distance.
0 for 7 in the first half.
41-19. Butterfield trying to save it. Does hit off of Davis.
Saved it off Davis and it carried awkwardly over to Clifford. That's an interesting save. Usually something like that just goes right out of bounds.
Oh, nice look inside. Marcel Davis. A quick 5 for the Aggies.
That's something that Coach Morrill's wanted all year long, is post passing out of Jared Shaw. You see how quick that was? He didn't hesitate or wait. As soon as the play was developed, he threw it to a spot. Marcel Davis caught it in stride and went up for the easy bucket. That's a tremendous assist. Great delivery.
Hawkins down the lane, back to Wright. Scored a WAC high 37 points the first meeting against Idaho. Comes up with that offensive rebound and lost it to Marcel Davis. He's frustrated. He thought he was fouled. And he fouls Marcel Davis. He is not happy. Speaking of Joe Wright, look at that. Not pleased. 43-19 Aggies. Larry H. Miller, drive of the game. None other than the man of the hour, Spencer Butterfield.
Yeah, he's got more rebounds than points, and he's scored 8 points. He's got 14 rebounds. That's a great drive. To get in the lane on the fast break. He was sprinting down the floor. Now, something you didn't see on that line or that play is he started from quarterback here and just got on his horse.
8 points, 4 assists, 14 rebounds, playing with a severely injured hip and playing in a great deal of pain too. Evidently, every day it gets a little bit better, but clearly not close to 100%.
I assume as soon as this final buzzer sounds, he's going to hustle up to the training room and jump into a tub of ice and just sit there for about an hour and a half and let his body soak that up.
He's going to have surgery after the season. Marcel Davis back outside to Butterfield. Makes the first man miss. That off the mark, trying to track his own rebound down. It will be guilty of the foul on Deontay Jones. And Deontay Jones definitely came in second in that collision, holding his shoulder.
Butterfield's a brick house. He's like, if you take Jordan Stone and just shrink him to about 6'2", that's about the build you've got.
Former high school football player Spencer Butterfield in Loomis, California.
Didn't quite see where he got hit. But, you know, they're both doing battle right here. I don't know who you call that foul. That's a loose ball foul. It looked as if Butterfield had the better position for the ball. But you feel for Jones. I hope he's all right as he heads to see the training staff there with Texas State on the bench. It's a blow to the shoulder. Sometimes you can just hit that shoulder in an awkward spot.
Hawkins inside, misses. Stone gets the rebound.
You know, that's a layup Hawkins should make, but the shot blocking ability of Utah State today really altered that. He thought that he was going to get blocked. He was wide open.
Jean, perhaps ill-advised. Hawkins quickly down the other end. Good contest from Clifford. They got a part of Hawkins, and so Phil Hawkins, the junior from Washington, D.C., will head to the free throw line, a 76% free throw shooter.
You can tell they've been challenged at halftime and the coaching staff to come out and push the ball. That's what they want to do, run the floor. And you see Hawkins, as soon as he gets the ball, he's head or high horse right to that bucket. He wants to score that ball.
Misses the first free throw. Looking for his first point of the game. He's 0 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 2 from three-point range. Season numbers: had 11 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers in the loss against Idaho, scoring his first point here tonight. A 23-point advantage for Utah State. Team that had lost 4 of the last 6 games. Clifford able to beat the press. Back to Clifford, misses. Stone trying to keep it alive. They're going to say Texas State basketball. Look out. Jordan Stone's a tornado going after that basketball.
Jones is lucky he's injured on the side because you don't want to get in the mix with that.
He just tossed Hawkins aside.
If he thinks Butterfield's the horse, oh my goodness. Stone was just like pushing bodies and doing all he could to try and get the ball.
Rolling a China shot. Here's Staff. Rowland knocks it away from him. Davis on the ground. Gets it to Stone. Here's Clifford looking for help. Rowland, deep 3. It's good! It's Rowland here tonight for the Aggies.
Boy, that's his first points of the game. Now all the kids, or guys that have played, have scored. That's a big shot. How about Clifford on the break, able to find Rowland out there.
And Von Jones knocks down the 3 out of Saginaw, Michigan. Whistle and a foul.
Von Jones hits the big 3, and then Dorsey gets caught holding Gene. They're doing all they can to make it just hard for Utah State to get the ball inbounds. They're bringing 2 guards. And this is where Marcel Davis needs to step up, get the ball, and try and see what he can do to help break this press. Get the ball into a ball handler's hands.
Utah State turning it over.
You got to bring the post players up to help. But Jordan Stone, you're 6'11". Just take that ball and chin it. Let him slap you. And wait till the guard comes over to hand it off to him.
Hot potato with that turnover. Staff. Shot does not fall in a held ball situation. It'll stay with Texas State.
Another time where Shaw got the ball low, but now you can't fault. He's coming down with all that pressure from getting that rebound. Boy, did he rebound that one high?
Von Jones, a one-time starter, started 18 games for Texas State.
Even for Texas State, the layups aren't falling. I mean, they're just not having their best shooting night. It's 16 or 18% overall.
And there's another turnover. 15th turnover committed by Texas State. A forgettable performance so far for the Bobcats. Trying to mix it up with this press. Gene able to break it. Approaching 13 minutes in the second half. The whistle and a foul. That no player has made more than 1 field goal for Texas State. That is unbelievable. Shooting just 18%. Talk about Joel Wright, his previous season low for scoring 5 points. Right now he's stuck at 2, and he's not even on the court. Davis rimming out. Shaw able to get another chance here for the Aggies. Rowland. Stone, another offensive rebound. 3 opportunities for Utah State.
And Stone, that's the one that he could have went right up back with and put that one in the hole. He was wide open. Not a bad idea to run some clock off. They're getting several opportunities.
Inside to Stone. Back out. Rowland. Staff able to tip it. And Texas State with possession. 3 ball is good by Von Jones. 5'11", 165 senior.
Back-to-back 3 balls coming from Von Jones. See if they can get some type of spark. So now he's the first player to make 2 field goals for them tonight.
Marvin Jean walk through the park, down to Shaw, who throws it in.
You gamble on the press, but once they figure out how to break it, it turns into layups. In this case tonight, 2-fisted jams coming from Shaw.
Shaw now with 13 dunks Trying to overtake Reed as Vaughn Jones hits again. Hot hand.
3 straight threes. That's 9 points for Vaughn Jones. Leads all score, or at least leads team leading 9 points. Excuse me.
This off the heels is he's going to pick it up again and score now. Double figures against Idaho. Played 17 minutes. Only had 2 points and a rebound. 3 turnovers and 3 steals.
He scored 11 in a row. 11 straight points for Texas State.
11-11 remaining in the second half. Utah State cruising as Shaw throws it down. Leading 48-29, and how about Shaw with the throwdown? Now 13 dunks, trying to overtake Keyshawn Reed. Reed, believe it or not, still leads the team in dunks. Hasn't played since the beginning of conference play. He's got 15, but Shaw nipping at his heels.
Shaw playing tough. Didn't get the start, playing with a little bit of energy.
10 points, 7 rebounds for Jared Shaw.
They've been so good on the rebounds and the block shots. He just dominated the paint. How about this? Spencer Butterfield's like, just give the ball to me, I'll bring it up.
Rowland. The floater is good by Tanel Rowland.
It's a great heads-up play, almost like he lost his footing for a minute.
Oh, Jordan Stone with a block.
Are you kidding me? He just went up and grabbed that one and brought it down.
He had 4 against BYU in one of those career games. And that block was as good as it gets for Jordan Stone. And now the herd chanting, "We love Stone." Local product out of Smithfield. 50-31. Aggies on top of the Bobcats. Was the block by Jordan Stone.
How about that? Pin it off the glass, big fella. Utah State 7 blocks tonight, Michael. Woo. It's a big one. Clifford's had 2. Or excuse me, Clifford's had 4 blocks tonight. Jordan Stone with 2.
Tyler Stone had 4 against BYU in that heartbreaking setback. Another good performance, though. I don't think we've heard the herd chant his name, "We love Stone," before.
Yeah,
that might be a first tonight.
He's becoming a crowd favorite, and the reason is because he plays so hard. He's taken a page out of Ben Clifford's book and said, "Hey, I'm going to come out and play hard," and he's playing smart. Sometimes you play hard, you kind of get out of, you don't play real smart, and that's what Clifford's always done. Is he's played really hard and played smart, and Stone's doing that much better.
Well, beautiful entry pass. Shaw missed, but was fouled. I'm going to give the foul to Wesley Davis. His second. In Davis, this was one guy that Utah State just could not corral in that first meeting in San Marcos. Had 22 points, a career high, 10 of 12 shooting, but little here tonight.
He was the one in the first half that came and knocked down a couple threes against Utah State there in San Marcos, and then in the second half had a couple big threes, but by that time the game was out of reach. He did a lot, but it was a little too late.
0 for 5 here tonight is Wesley Davis, a sophomore from Arlington, Texas. Has a seat on the bench. One more coming up for Jared Shaw. Jones had that crazy tear where hit on 11 consecutive, then turns it over. There's Rowland. Staff back and got a piece of it. Pardon me. It was Cannon who was back.
They're going to give that foul to Cannon. I thought Janelle Rowland did a great job of forcing left and trying to avoid the shot block from Cannon on the right side and kind of twisted Cannon around, forced him to draw the foul. Start with defensive pressure. Defensively, they've been so good. After those made baskets by Joan, you mentioned we went 11 straight unanswered points. They're now shooting 25%, but before that, they're down to 18% as a team. He's helped the percentage go up quite a bit.
In that first half, they shot just 4 of 23. That's 17%. Rowland, a 62% free throw shooter, makes good on the first. Get Marvin Jean on the bench. Solid performance by Marvin tonight. He got it early with the block party. Got things started off. Utah State in command here. Jones gives it up. Hawkins lost it in the lane, but right to Cannon, who couldn't fish. Could not finish. Miserable game so far for Cannon. Shot doubled. Dribbles out of it, then hits on the jumper. You gotta love the skill level by the big fella.
Well, the thing that he did there is he noticed the double team, and he got away from it. How about that? Jones with another one. 4 for 5 from downtown. That last play, Jared Shaw noticed the double team. He's able to dribble out of it, and you got to respect his jump shooting ability.
Jones with another steal. Jumper way off the mark. Second chance here is Shaw. Going to commit the foul. Good sportsmanship. He's going to help up Brown. And Brown will shoot a couple.
Oh, there's Butterfield tied a career high with 15 rebounds. Oh, my goodness. Telling you, he might get to 20. Shaw got a little excited to block that shot.
Yes.
A little excited.
He was anxious.
All he needed was a fly swatter. There's been some box elder bugs flying around the spectrum, landing on the press row here. Give him the fly swatter and go to town.
Basil Brown. Another attempt as Staff checks back into the game. Brown able to knock down the second free throw. 20-point Utah State advantage. Knocked out of bounds by Wright. Again, Utah State into the WAC tournament next week. They cannot improve their seeding. They'll be the 5th seed regardless, even if they win out and UT Arlington loses out. Arlington swept them in the regular season, so by virtue of the tie break, they would still be that 4th seed. And Utah State still at that 5th seed despite winning out, but looks like they will win game number 20, which will be the 14th consecutive year they have done that, which only 6 other programs in the nation have done that. Some impressive names: Duke, Florida, Gonzaga, Kansas, and Syracuse.
Yeah, that's fantastic. If you can get to 20 wins.
Good company.
I think that magic number is to 24, or possibly if you can get to 22, 23 wins.
For the last 13 years, they've averaged 25 wins. Have to win some games in the tournament to make that happen. There's Hawkins. Jones, deadly shooter. Little dipsy-do, doesn't go right, was fouled. And in his mind, I'm sure he's saying, finally, I get a call, I get a whistle. Chance to go to the line. WAC's second leading scorer, held to just 2 points so far. He's in a season low of 5 points early in the year, I think, against Loyola Marymount. But here's a guy that has a WAC high 37 points against Idaho that first meeting.
Yeah, he's got 4 fouls and 2 points tonight, and he's not going to shoot here, but he's battling, he's fighting hard. And you can tell he's got the athletic ability. Just for some odd reason, mentally, they've taken him out of the game and frustrated him. And I don't know if there's a couple fouls early on. Calls didn't go his way.
So not on the shot. Here is Hawkins. Nice looking drive by Phil Hawkins.
It's a nice little play by Hawkins. You're right.
Now with 3 points. All right. Matter of fact, if you're looking at just conference scoring, he's number 1 if you just count conference games at 18 points a contest. So Utah State has done a nice job on him defensively. Butterfield rimming out. Wright comes up with a rebound, pushes it up ahead to Brown. Here's the lob, and it goes by Joel Wright.
Are you kidding me? That ball was tipped by Tennille Rowland. Oh my goodness. Joel Wright's explosive athletic ability right there. Holy cow. Tennille Rowland tipped that. I thought he did a great job tipping that.
The degree of difficulty very high on this one.
Take a look at this. Tennille Rowland tips it, knocks it up. Woo! Wow. That's a big play.
Wright, 6'7", 225 junior out of Brooklyn, New York. Went to Blinn College. We were talking earlier. That's where Rutherford, one of their quarterbacks, went to the JC round. Also, Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton played at Glenn College before he went on to Auburn and won a Heisman and became a #1 overall draft pick. So, nice little junior college. It's produced some great athletes.
Roland might have dipped that shoulder. No call. Shaw battles for a hot potato again. Wright picks it up. Leading the break. Joel Wright finds an open man. Ball was deflected, I thought. Shaw now coming up with it. Wild action. It's not Stone gets it. Look out. Boy, Shaw the outlet to Stone. You don't see that every game. Oh my. One more look. Oh, good attempts. 7:45 left.
The delivery of the game. He's the top man out there giving out dimes. Davis steps into the 3 and knocks it down.
So Stone fouled on that fast break attempts by Utah State.
Is that what you call that?
We'll shoot a pair.
Man, if he could have finished that one, that would have been a high candidate for that delivery of the game.
Just when we talk up Stone and how good he's been at knocking down both free throws, a trip. Misses on the first. Missed both, but Butterfield, another rebound. Here's Shaw from the outside. He's not even drawing the rim. These are straight swishes we're seeing from Jared Shaw.
Career high for Spencer Butterfield, 16 rebounds. I'd like to know the last time an Aggie had 16 rebounds in a game. My goodness.
Since that one off a missed free throw. Good positioning by Wright. Able to score over Stone. 6 now for Wright. Marcel Davis. Pass a little low for Shaw.
Good idea. You just got to get that bounce pass about right, so it bounces right into the mittens of Shaw so he can go up and throw it down.
I think Coach Merle was saying, a little air underneath that.
Yeah, that's one you could lob.
Let's lob it.
That's one you could lob. You go up over the deep end. When you got an athlete like Shaw that's running the floor, let him use that length to his advantage and go grab that one.
Von Jones. Staff. He's having a terrible night shooting the basketball. 1 for 6. Butterfield on the drive. Left is short. Stone there. The tip doesn't go. Battles for it. It'll stay with Utah State.
Stone's played good defensively, but boy, he's had a tough time finding the bottom of the net. I mean, Butterfield, nice little move.
He gets a few opportunities here, too.
Yeah, he had about 3 tips at that one. He's had a hard time finishing around the rim. When he starts finishing, boy, he can be good.
They're going to get Stone on an illegal screen. And with 3 fouls.
Another moving screen by Stone. I didn't see much movement. Yeah.
Thought he was standing still.
Those size 14s are planted.
Here's Wright. Goes right at shot. Taken away by Marcel Davis. Butterfield running. Davis penetrates. Gets all the way to the rim, but misses. Hawkins comes up with the board. Gives it out to Jones. Jones in and out. Shot with the rebound, and I think he touched it last. I think Staff kind of knocked it out of his hand, and Shaw hit it last, out of bounds.
A tough break for Shaw. He gets the rebound, because they've been dominating rebounds in the second half. Now, you talk about Texas State and how poorly they shot in the first half. This second half, they've turned it up. They're shooting much better.
Rowland gives it up to Stone. Blocking call, I think, on Texas State.
They get the foul on Hawkins. Send Tanil rolling to the foul line. But how about Stone running the floor? I'll tell you, you get Shaw and Stone running the floor together. That's some big bodies crashing the rim.
Rowland 2 of 7 shooting on the night, 7 points. He's good on the first free throw. A perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Also 3 assists. They knock down both free throws.
This is you look at this game, Michael. This is the game the Aggies came to play. I mean, they've responded to how poorly they played last week. Coach Morrill called them out and said, hey, we didn't play like Division I basketball players on that last road trip. That road trip took a toll on them. It was one they'd like to just put in the garbage can and forget about. And they came out and responded. I think they played so well.
Wright's on the drive, able to draw the foul, and now Joel Wright will head back to the free throw line. And it's certainly a strength of Joel Wright's. Gets to the line, 216 attempts coming into tonight's game. That's well over 100 more than Utah State's top free throw attempter, which is Jared Shaw.
And to go with that, he's an 83% free throw shooter. Just a tremendous free throw shooter. Or excuse me, 75% free throw shooter. But man, anytime you got a post guy that's shooting 75%, and he's getting there a ton. It's not like once or twice a game. He's there a lot.
It's really interesting. This was brought up in Coach Morrill's teleconference. He leads the nation in possession percentage at 36%. That is a very unique stat. So leads the nation and gets the ball more than anybody else, evidently. So the ball is in his hands constantly. Although he's struggled here tonight, putting it together this last part of the second half. Stone. Butterfield able to pitch that deflection. Here's Clifford. Oh, goes glass, does Ben Clifford. Solid performance for Ben now with 9 points to go along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists.
That was a beautiful play coming from Clifford. And Wright was so worried about the contact and flopping that he just kind of backed off, tried to draw an offensive foul. And Clifford was able to finish that one.
Hawkins able to get to the rim and score. He's coming off the heels. Ben Clifford 0 for 2 shooting against UT Arlington in 33 minutes. So it was scoreless, just 3 rebounds. So much better performance, not only by him, but also the team here tonight against Texas State. Well, Clifford misses that jumper. Stone, second chance. Back to Clifford. Now in double figures with 11. And there's the
shoe of Hawkins. His shoe fell off on that defensive possession. So good idea from the official. I thought he was going to call a foul right here on Wright. Watch as he kind of bumps into Clifford. And Clifford falls down. Maybe a little acting job by Ben.
The official. He wanted to get the call on Wright.
The official, the reason he blew it is because you got Hawkins down here trying to tie his shoe.
Utah State by 20. 3 ball is good in the corner by Jones. Deontay Jones, the junior from Missouri. Solid game the first meeting against Utah State with 10 points.
The Joneses have been shooting the lights out in the second half.
Well, Deontay, he had a game earlier this year against Lamar where he drained 6 threes. But Marcel Davis somehow able to get that pass to Clifford. The whistle and the foul might go on staff.
It was a great idea coming from Marcel, but it's almost like that pass needed to happen about a half second earlier and on the left side of the rim. It's like,
it was pretty awkward.
You watch right here, Clifford just go up and finish. Instead, he kind of does the reverse angle. He's going to the right side from the left side. If he just goes up on that left side, you know, as players, depending on your strong hand or weak hand, sometimes you have that tendency to float. You'll see Jordan Stone as a lefty. He'll float to the left side. Clifford is a righty, float to that right side, just where you're comfortable. That's where you see a really good post player when they can finish with either hand on either side. And that's what Ty Wesley, Nate Harris, Spencer Nelson did so good, is finishing with either hand. You know, they really didn't matter what side of the paint they caught the ball on, they'd just go up and finish it.
Clifford able to knock down the free throws. 13 points for the sophomore, the most experienced active Aggie, as Hawkins again able to draw the foul. Chance for a 3-point play for Phil Hawkins. As a career-high 16 points against Idaho in that first meeting up in Moscow. 67-50, Aggies in control. 67-50 over Texas State. And how about the game that Spencer Butterfield has had tonight on a bum hit? 18 rebounds, most for an Aggie Since December 20th, 1997, the great Donnie Johnson had 20 rebounds.
18 rebounds. You know, there's 3:58 left in this game. Can he get to 20? He's on pace.
He tied Donnie. You know, Donnie has the highest rebounding average for Utah State. You got to go back to the 98-99 season of 8.3. Shaw is at that pace. He's got 8.3 rebound average. So can he continue that?
Wow, how about Butterfield? See if he can come up with another big board. They've got to find a way to get a body on him. He needs one more bucket still to get that double-double. That double-double has been so elusive for him tonight.
Somewhat surprised he's still in the ball game, losing that injured hip, but evidently he's good to go. Clifford. Oh, Butterfield nearly got another one.
I thought that he had it.
Guilty of the foul instead.
It's like a bulldozer when he goes down the lane. It's like, look at it.
Unbelievable.
I'm coming in. I'm going to grab the rebound, try and stop me. You know, Coach Morrill told us, you better get a body on him.
He's one of the few guys, Coach Morrill says, that wants to rebound every ball. Doesn't want to take one off.
He said he mentioned if he doesn't get it, he's mad. Like that ball is his, and I believe Marvin Jean's coming. He's got to be coming in for Spencer. Yeah.
And he should receive a nice ovation by the Aggie faithful. Gritty performance by Spencer Butterfield.
I think back to the first 4 minutes of this game when he had about 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 points and a bloody mouth. He was over in the right corner.
It was like Rocky Balboa. Kept on answering the bell. Limping up and down the court, making layups. Getting rebounds. What a performance, Spencer Butterfield. Rowland had an open look. Going to play a little bit more clock. Approaching 3 minutes to play in this second half. Another moving screen. Stone again, the second time he's been guilty of that. That's it, says our official.
That's his 4th foul. My goodness. I've never seen so many calls on moving screens. I think that's the 5th one we've seen tonight. A moving screen foul.
Oh, Marcel Davis steps in front of Hawkins. Lays it in. Nicely done by Marcel Davis. Now double figures with 10 points, 2 assists. Von Jones again from deep. Good contest by Marcel. Jones stares at the official, says, hey, wasn't there some contact there? I can't miss that bad. I've been hot tonight in the second half.
That's going to be 5 on Clifford. He's going to foul out. Clifford's just behind himself. He's trying to figure out what happened.
And he should receive a nice ovation. I think the 5th time that he's fouled out this season. Animated there.
He's mad.
Had a terrific prep career with the Bingham Miners. Matt Lopez checks into the ball game. Scored on a field goal in the first half, did Lopez. Brown for his 2nd free throw, and it's good. Texas State, another.
They're not going to lay off on the press. They're not going to just give in on this and count it as a victory.
Another court trend for Texas State. 1-14 when they score under 70 points. It'll be hard for them to get 60 at this pace. Rowland had it knocked away. And they're going to get Rowland with a push off on Jones.
I think they're saying the ball is just out of bounds. I think the ball hit the end line. No. Offensive foul on Tanil Rowland. You're right. So no shots. They're saying the offensive foul. I don't know. What's the official signal? Oh. Offensive foul. Interesting.
Multitasking, made the call in midair, hurdling a Bobcat. How about that? That's a job done by our officials. Hawkins.
Hawkins is trying to find some type of offensive rhythm here in the winding stretches of this ball game.
It's a nice 6-minute stretch here. Hawkins has.
He has. See, they're not backing off. They're going to try and pressure the Aggies. This game, you can tell, has been over for a little while.
They'll next be playing against San Jose State on Saturday.
See if they can get any type of momentum as they head to San Jose.
Right now, Texas State, they'd be the 7th seed in the conference tournament.
In between them and San Jose, they're all back. Well,
and Seattle.
They've all got 3 wins. Other than Texas State, they've got 4 in conference play. So they're all battling for that 7, 8, 9, and 10 seed. It's not locked yet. Where the top half is pretty well locked.
We're getting word that the game tonight with UTSA and San Jose State postponed because the stadium there was leakage. Oh, canceled. Well, not postponed, but canceled. How about that?
Wow, if that comes down to conference seating, how would that be? A leaky roof there in the pavilion, San Jose. Wow. Butterfield's back in. Gonna get another rebound.
Oh my
goodness.
Under 2 to play, and Spencer Butterfield. That's about the only drama really left tonight. Will they get 2 more rebounds? Almost forces a turnover. And Bobcats able to convert there. Brown with the field goal.
I don't think Coach Morrow was pleased with the way the Aggies were getting the ball up on the press. So they brought Shaw and Butterfield back in.
Utah State led by as many as 26, and this game is in the bag here, but it's only a 12-point deficit now for Texas State. Like you mentioned, they've really backed down from the pressure or the press, and they've put the ball in the hoop a little bit more often here in the second half than they have in the first. Look at if the tournament started tonight. Here's what it would look like.
Hey, you got Texas State at that 7 against Seattle, and then San Jose UTSA, so maybe they'll just play that game next Tuesday. There you go. But New Mexico State and Idaho, that's not set in stone. The Aggies could somehow find a way, or excuse me, Utah State might have to play
New Mexico State.
New Mexico State.
Very possible.
Got 4 seeds. So they're taking a look at this. They're wanting to see if it was an intentional foul by Stone for throwing an elbow.
Oof.
I think the nose, more of an acting job there. It didn't look like that. His elbows were below his shoulders.
Nose or a forehead or a...
Yeah, that was. It looked like his elbows were well below his shoulders or anywhere up in the neck area. I think that's where they were.
Just glad we don't have a fracas breakout like in the Stanford-Cal game last night. One more look.
That was his head that hit the face. That was right on the melon of old Jordan Stone.
Nothing malicious. Although coach says otherwise. Texas State, their history, they've won over 1,200 games. They've won 11 conference titles, last though being in '99, 2 NCAA appearances. The last one being in '97. Of course, mentioned earlier, his father actually played for the national championship team of 1960 when they were the best team in the NAIA ranks.
You see the near side official. How's your head? He walked up to Stone. I just got a good look. Your head really took a beating there.
So Stone at the line after all of that. Double bonus in effect here. Makes good on the first.
It's amazing how Texas State has slowly clawed back into this game, which was a 22-point lead.
Led by as many as 26.
There was really no energy in the game, and you could tell they were trying to get back into it. And Utah State wasn't playing with a lot of energy in the last 6 minutes of this ballgame.
Von Jones, another triple. And this guy, get him going, look out.
Holy cow, 10-point lead.
He and Dante Jones can line it up from the outside. But how about our GNC player of the game? Really only candidate, Rocky Balboa. Spencer Butterfield put on an unbelievable show tonight, being banged up with that hip.
Well, he's got 8 points, 7 assists, and 18 rebounds. He's close to a triple-double. Wow. 2 rebounds and 3 assists, 2 points away. That's an all-around game. You look at that stat line and you're just in awe. Now you look at that stat line, you're like, wow, that's a good game by any athlete. And then I tell you, well, that athlete with that stat line was playing on a half a hip.
He was questionable for tonight. Game time decision. Inserted him in the starting lineup. And clearly our GNC player of the game. Texas State will foul here with 1:13 left. 10-point advantage.
It's a good opportunity for Stone to step up and knock him down. They're going to try and foul Jordan as soon as he gets the ball. Jordan and Shaw, they're going to foul. They'll probably even get the ball get to Marcel. Marcel just shoots free throws in at 62%.
Stone coming in a 57% free throw shooter. Has struggled a little bit tonight. Hits the first. He's now 5 of 9 from the charity stripe. And this time making good on that trip. Now with 6 points all coming from the line. Hawkins lets the defender go by. Misses on the 3. Butterfield rebound number 19. And the foul there on Von Jones. Utah State hustling down to the other end.
He's going for 20, Michael. Now he can get to the free throw line and get that double-double that's eluded him this entire second half.
Or if you're Butterfield, you make the first, miss the second, get the rebound, then put it in.
No, you make the first, you miss the second, you get the rebound, and then you pass it. You pass it off and get the assist so you can get that triple-double.
One more coming up for Spencer Butterfield. And he's got himself a double-double, 10 points, 19 rebounds. 1 minute left. Forces a steal here. Shaw calling for it. Butterfield's going to dribble back. Not sure if he knows he needs one more rebound to tie the great Donnie Johnson. A whistle and a foul, and now winning team, losing team chant with 41 seconds left.
It's been a while since we've heard that here in the Spectrum because we've had so many close games. It's interesting hearing the chants here in the Spectrum.
And now, so they say he does have 20 rebounds. And he gets a nice ovation, 10 points, 20 rebounds, and 7 assists. Just I can't say enough about his performance.
Unbelievable.
Von Jones misses a 3. Shaw with the rebound.
That's going to be Shaw's 10th. So he's got a double-double. 2 guys with double-doubles tonight. Get an opportunity to hear from Spencer, I hope. That's an unbelievable performance.
Jared Shaw now with 9 double-doubles. Butterfield now with 6.
Connor Gardner getting in for the first time in the Spectrum. Now, he had to play on the road, and they didn't want to burn his red shirt.
Right against Louisiana Tech, but now UT Arlington. Fans want to see him score. A 3 at the buzzer, and it's airball.
Coach Morrill gave him a thumbs up. Shoot it up.
So Stu Morrill has now won his 365th game. Utah State this season, win number 20. It's 14th consecutive time they've won at least 20 games. Only 6 other programs in the nation can claim that. And for the program now, they have win number 1499. So on Saturday, they'll go for their 1,500th win. It'll be UTSA. We'll have that game for you on KMYU starting at 7 o'clock on Saturday. But a gutsy and gritty and sparkling performance by Spencer Butterfield.